Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to style a breadcrumb style navigation menu. So over on this website, thedirt.com, they've got a good example of a breadcrumb navigation, and I know you've seen this before. So right up here we've got this horizontally oriented nav menu, and the far right is our current page where I'm at, Cougar Rock Campground, but the idea behind a breadcrumb navigation is that you can go backwards to the left and you can go up to a parent level. So I could click and go to the Washington category, or I could click and go to the camping category. So it's called breadcrumbs. You leave a breadcrumb to follow your trail, but basically you can easily see what the previous upper level is. This is really popular with retail stores too. So we could be in an area of clothing, then we could be in an area of men's clothing, and then we could be in an area of pants, let's say. And that would kind of identify where we are in the website structure. Really easy to do. So let's give it a shot. Now I do have a page already started. It's blank at the moment. And you'll see that the only styling I have right now is I've got a generic reset rule, I've got some body, container, heading 1 stuff, just aesthetics, nothing functional. And then the body of my page just has that heading 1. So let's do this. Now I'm going to structure this with an ordered list. I like the idea of using an ordered list because this kind of navigation menu indicates that the order is important. Otherwise I'd use an unordered list. So ordered list is good, but I'm going to give it a class. Breadcrumb nav, because in theory we might use this in multiple times on the same web page, so a class would be ideal. Now within this I'm going to have a series of list items with I'll just do some dummy hyperlinks here, and I'll start off with camping. Now I'm just going to click anywhere on here. I just want to copy that a few times. I'm going to do 4 levels just so it looks a little bit more interesting. Let's see, so we'll do camping, Washington, Southwest Washington, and then this last one was the name of the campground. I'll go ahead and put in Cougar Creek Campground. And this last one was not even a hyperlink. That was just list item text. So that'll be our destination, where we're at. Cool, so that's all we really need for the HTML. Let's see how that's looking on the page. There we go, we've got our ordered list, our numbered list. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. So I'm going to start off with dot breadcrumb nav. Okay, that's my unordered list. And let's do list style none. That's going to get rid of the numbering, so there's no more numbering on that list. Good. Let's see, what else should we do here? Breadcrumb nav list items. Let's take those list items and display them as inline block. Now doing that is going to get them horizontally oriented. So that's cool. Definitely want that. Let's do this as well. Dot breadcrumb nav li : after each list item, I'm going to do content quotation space angle bracket and then a couple spaces after that. And what that's going to do is going to display those little angle brackets after each of my list items. However, I don't want it to be after that very last one. So dot breadcrumb li : last child : after. So after the last list item in my breadcrumb nav, that content is just going to be an empty set of quotation marks. So that will get rid, let's refresh here, there we go. That's going to get rid of that angle bracket right at the end. Now if I recall from our inspiration page, yeah, so we get a little underline on hover for the hyperlinks, and notice the current page is bold, whereas the others are normal weight. Cool, we can do that kind of thing too. So let's see, let's just head back over here. Let's see, I need to control my anchors, it looks like, so let's do that. Dot breadcrumb nav anchors. Those are definitely going to be font weight normal and text decoration none, because we don't want to see the underline on those. However, dot breadcrumb nav hover, text decoration underline. We are going to see the underline when we hover over the anchor tag. And now I just need to make sure that my list items are also font weight bold. And I can do that right up here. That shouldn't be a problem because the font weight normal for the anchor tags will override that font weight bold from before. So let's look at our example. There we go. Now it's just make sure our colors all match up. And for that, well, I could do a couple of rules to kind of control them equally, but we have a rule for the anchors. That's no problem. We'll just do a color. I'll just do a super dark gray. Now I think my list items are probably already going to be dark gray because I think I set that somewhere up here in the body of the page. Yeah, so my default body text is going to be that dark gray. So I think that means we should be in pretty good shape. Let's refresh. All right, looks pretty good. Now when I hover over one of these hyperlinks there, I get my little underline, and of course there's my current one. So that is breadcrumb navigation. And basically we're just using an ordered list in order to contain our hyperlinks, and then of course our last one is the active page, the current page topic. And we're using a series of styles. Don't forget, the key to getting those list items horizontally oriented is doing that display inline block. It's not the only way to do it, but it's a pretty quick and easy way to do that. And then we're inserting those little angle brackets, and we could have used some other kind of icon or imagery, and you can use the entity code in order to display a better looking angle bracket or dot or some arrow. But we're using the after pseudo element, and we're using the content property in order to display that content. All right, so next time you have a larger structured or a multi-level website, take some inspiration from sites where you've seen breadcrumb navigation and go ahead and create your own. Thanks for hanging out with me.